Good afternoon, Dorothy.
Good afternoon, Pamela.
It's great to have you with us this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Yes, tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Dorothy Muhebi. I'm Kenyan. I'm 59 years old. Women don't like to tell their age, but I'm a proud nearly 60 years old.
I like that.
Yeah, and I've been working with AWARD, African Women in Agricultural Research and Development in Africa. And I've been there for 10 years since its inception.
Wonderful.
Is that good enough?
That's good enough. Thank you. Would you be comfortable to share one that didn't work very well? Or
okay. I'll still share too because it's important for in the context of being a coordinator.
Yes.
One was the body language. The personality is not the body language. This mentor was just, I don't know what to call it, a dictator.
Yes.
And she happened to have gotten the most, this was our first round, so we didn't have a lot of experience.
Yes.
And the mentor was a senior person in the government.
Yes.
But when we were having our first meeting, you know, the mentoring orientation workshop,
Remember, yes.
she was just dictating to this mentee. And everybody that you can think of in that program was coming to ask me, what have you done to that poor little girl? So I took it upon myself to observe, and I noted the problem that the mentee was terrified, the mentor was
Controlling.
yeah, too controlling, and her personality was too strong for the mentee. She wasn't going to grow. Fortunately, we're in Mombasa on the beach.
Yes.
And the challenge normally the mentees have is that they feel so honored to be on the program, they don't want to complain. So 3 nights of walking on the beach, she opened up and cried and just told me, it's not working.
Wow.
Now, that was easy.
Yes.
The difficult part was now, what do I tell the mentor? And I was scared of being boxed. Because,
I know.
So it took time, I had to think through it. And I didn't break up the relationship immediately. I let them go back to their countries. And then I consulted my boss. And we felt through it because it could spoil a lot of relationships.
It's true.
And I didn't want to spoil the relationship with this lady because she had done nothing wrong. It was just
her
personality. But at the beginning she was hurt when I told her, and I phoned her, I wrote a letter to her. But after about 3 weeks she wrote a note to me and thanked me and said she would like to be considered again. So it was good that it ended well, but it was very difficult for me to break that relationship.
So you're saying you need some counseling skills also?
Yes, you do. And in this case, I needed to also to consult a little bit because it was a heavy burden on me.
Yes.
Yeah, just to stop this relationship. The second example, because I wanted to share 2 examples,
yes, please.
Is bad behavior.
Yes.
And it also took a lot of background checking and cross-checking. I suspected bad behavior, but I wasn't sure. And I refused to tell my colleagues how I found out the details because it's confidential.
Yes.
Yeah. And I talked to the mentee and I talked to the mentor. I refused to talk to my director because I didn't want it to become, as I say, you learn this information through your privileged position. I also ended the relationship, but in a very quiet and smooth way. And both the mentor and the mentee understood because it was going to spoil the reputation of the program.
Yes.
Since we have a lot of mentees and mentors coming from the same institution or the same country. And if you have that kind of bad behavior, I think you understand when I say bad behavior.
Yes, bad behavior.
Inappropriate relationship.
Yes, it was a man, a female and a male.
Yeah.
Yes.
It means that in the future, it will be difficult for a husband to let their wife, or a wife to let their husband come on our program. So we made it very clear. Yeah. And it was the one and only one that I know of.
Good. Yeah. Wow. Thank you. So in your many years of mentoring coordination, that was almost, we did this for almost 8 years? I know I came and found it going on already.
Yeah.
There was just one
Yeah.
that went that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's encouraging.
There may be others, subtle,
Yes.
but
This one was obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.